Okay, we are so excited to have Dr. Owais Durrani here with us today. He's been a new friend who we met kind of randomly through various engagements, but seemingly after meeting him, he pops up everywhere. And so Reza and I are really excited to talk to you, Owais, today. And maybe we should start with just, tell us who you are and kind of what you're doing these days.
Yeah, excited to join you all. Always good to see you. I do a whole bunch of random things is how I explain it to my friends. I, still practice part-time emergency medicine, but then along with that, I would kind of break my life down into a few buckets. One is I do a whole bunch of stuff around something called Texas Tasty. And so it's basically this like food Instagram page that I started around the beginning of med school, end of college. And it started as like a fun kind of stress relief thing to like go to like various restaurants and document that and put that online. I guess there's a market for that. And so I started to gain traction, get some followers. And I still remember like the first time, this is like over a decade ago now, around a decade ago, where a restaurant was like, hey, you want to come and post about our food and we'll give you a free meal. And back when you're in like med school, a free meal is like everything, right? And so I was like, oh, wow, there's like some value exchange here. Like people see this as valuable. And so that's kind of grown now to what I like to say is pop culture, sports, and food. We have like a website, a podcast, still have the social media channels. And so I'm pretty involved with that. And obviously that gets monetized through advertising revenue and whatnot. The other kind of part of my life is kind of more media stuff. And so I would say during the pandemic, there was obviously a big need for talking about like basic things, right? Like how long you should wash your hands for, and like just really, really basic, like what are viruses, that kind of thing. And I got involved with some like local news in San Antonio where I was doing my residency program at that time. And that kind of snowballed into more and more media appearances. And so now I'm kind of like on the list for like various networks like, CBS, ABC. And if there's like, a measles outbreak, they might reach out and be like, hey, there's like a bunch of measles in Texas. We have some questions about that. Do you want to talk about that? And so I do that from time to time. And then that kind of led to me wanting to create more long form video content. And so I have this show on local Houston TV with NBC called STEM City. And so it's basically a monthly show where I go to these various environments and talk to STEM professionals that are usually non-medical about things that are doing that would be cool or fun for young people. And so we did like an episode with Southwest Airlines, NASA, the Blue Angels, and finding STEM those organizations, connecting those to STEM careers, and hopefully young people are like, oh, I maybe don't have to be, a practicing doctor. I could work for, the NFL team, or I could work for the Blue Angels, that kind of thing. So that's a whole bunch of random stuff. I'll stop there.